my computer was actually able to run that intro this week and not drop frames and have my CPU be at 100%. Woo! That's a step up. Step up. It's only gonna look better from here, I guess. So onwards and upwards. Hey, I'm all Matt. Sprawl and Brawl, number 80, Monday, January 8th, 2018. Isn't that right, Steiner?
Sure. That sounds about right.
I don't know. I get the date wrong sometimes, so I just want to make sure that I have it right. It didn't sound right at first because there's 2 8s in there, and January is also the first month. So it's like there's 2 18s in there.
It's a 1-8, 1
182018. It's a weird date. I don't like this date. It freaks me out. Luckily, it's not 1313. That would be even scarier. Hey, megascorcher.com. That's our website. It is back. So if you've been wondering where the podcast feed is and stuff like that, all those episodes are up already. So if you missed the last 3 episodes, I think is how far we missed back. Anyways, hey, we're back after 3 weeks. I think we took a break. 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. It was 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Took off. Yes. So, no. Did we do a show on the 18th? Yeah, I guess we did do.
Yeah,
yes, it was on the 18th. Yes. That was the date that I got wrong on the last show that we just did.
Yep.
My share is overrated.
You're right.
On megascorcher.com. VODs, MP3s, they're all available there for all of our shows, including this one, Sprawl and Brawl. Apple Podcasts, Podcast Addict, wherever else you get podcasts, you can find it there. And if you want to catch us live, we're on YouTube, Twitch, and Mixer. And all the channels are called Megascorcher TV. And I forget, Twitch has an audio-only mode. So you can listen to us like a radio show if you want. It will use less of your data as well if you have limited data. So I should do an audio-only stream again for the people who have real shitty internet. And, it's the only way you can listen. Anyways, do we start with the MMA results? They happened a little while ago, so I guess we can start with that. Let's go with UFC 219. Or, no, we'll go with chronological order, I suppose. So, I'll just quickly discuss Ryzen. The World Grand Prix had the 2 last rounds on New Year's Eve and on the 29th of December. So, I'll talk about the first one, and then we'll talk about UFC 219. Sorry, 219. 217 was way better than 219. Okay, so, man, those Japanese events, I love them. They're some of my favorite events of the year every time they happen. And this one was no different, man. I think that the first event was maybe even better than the second event, the New Year's Eve show. The New Year's Eve show was just way longer, and stuff seemed to drag on, but it was still pretty awesome. Anyways, all the entrances, the ring announcers, the one that was in Pride, so all that stuff, it's still all awesome. Some standouts. Kai Asakura, she was in the women's was she in the tournament? Because it says catchweight here. Was it a catchweight tournament? That doesn't make sense. Huh. That's weird that she was in a catchweight fight for this fight. But anyways. Oh no, this was a dude. That's right. There's a kickboxer that had... So they had the same last name. That's why I'm getting all screwed up. So this was a kickboxing fight, and this Kai Asakura dude, he was amazing. They did this. Oh no, it's not. Who the fuck is this? Is there 3? Is there 3 Asakuras? There's Kai, there's Kana, and then who's? No, okay. There's only 2. Tenzin is the dude in kickboxing. I'll talk about him later. Man, Asian names. That's the thing. They all look the same to me, so I get them confused. So anyways. Oh man, I wish I had all these finishes in front of me. But okay, so I'll discuss Anthony Burchak and Jae-Hoo Moon. That fight, for the first fight going to decision. It wasn't the first one that went to decision, actually. But anyways, it was amazing. It was the reserve fight for the Grand Prix of the bantamweights. So if anybody got injured in either the semis, the quarters or the semis, one of these two, whoever won, would replace him. And the Korean dude won. And there was a pretty awesome judo flip in the first round, but the whole fight was just them swinging and going at each other. And even the judo flip, it didn't last long. He got up right away from the judo flip. So this was a pretty awesome standout fight between a Korean and an American. The American lost. Anthony Burchak lost to Jae-Hoo Moon. There was quite a few surprising outcomes from Ryzen, actually, including this next one. Batarin Askazgan, whatever his name is, he lost to Hiroruki Takaya. And the reason this was surprising is because Batarin, actually, he was dominant in the first 10 minutes, maybe. But it was mostly like takedowns and hugging him and not a lot of punching. And then Hiroyuki in the second round started taking over with punches. And in Ryzen, you judged the whole fight, right? So that's why I thought that Batarin would just win because of the dominance. But I guess they saw it for Hiroyuki with the punches at the end. I don't know. I thought for sure Batarin would win that one. And then it was Sidney Dondois versus King Reina. And this was another one that surprised me. Sidney Dondois actually won. Not that I thought that Sidney would lose. Sidney has fought in Bellator before, so not that I think that she's low level. But King Reina just has this huge following in Japan. And she's the one that got the body blow last time we talked about Ryzen over the American Asian girl, by the way, Gwyn? That was her last name. But do you remember that punch? A lady punched a lady in the stomach and she went like, oh, in the corner.
Not really, no.
It was a ring, not a cage. That's what makes it stand out. We watched it on the show.
No.
Yeah. So that's why I thought Reina would just fucking beat her up, and she did let this. Like it was an awesome fight. They traded back and forth the whole fight, and it was amazing. But it went to a decision split, in 15 minutes. The interesting thing is the first round for men is 10 minutes, right? And then the second is 5. With women, they do 3 5-minute rounds. And if it's a tournament, they also do 3 5-minute rounds. So if you're in a tournament, you have the 2 breaks in there. And then, Yuri Protsakyak, he defeated Carl Albrechtsen. Carl had some pretty spiffy hair there. Like he stood out because his hair was like poofy and like kind of like an afro, but he's Swedish, so it was in an afro. I guess he just got like is it called a perm or something? Is that what it's called? The perm?
Yeah, I guess so.
His hair was pretty funky. Anyways, I think Carl actually was winning the whole fight, probably with his wrestling and his clinching and all that. But then Yuri just fucking TKO'd him right at the end of the first round, like literally right at the end. It was fucking amazing stuff. And like Carl, he kind of like fell over on his leg. It didn't look good. It wasn't a good looking KO. He got up pretty soon after, but I can see why the ref stopped it. Takafumi Atuzuka versus Khalid Taha started the Bantamweight Grand Prix quarterfinals here. Khalid actually looked very good in the first round. I thought that he was winning it. But again, like he was wrestling. Like most of the people that were winning and then lost were winning with wrestling. And
right.
Then they slowed down and they the first 10 minutes they were fine, and then they took the break, and then the last round they were fucking dead. That happened a few times in Ryzen, and that was one of these fights. And then the Japanese dude just took over, and he got a guillotine choke after he knocked him down with punches. So that was a good way to start off the Grand Prix. And then Shintaro Ishitari defeated Kevin Petchi. And this was a quick 1-round fight, 4 minutes. And it was back and forth of just punching each other. I think I wish I had the numbers, but I want to say they knocked each other down at least twice, and maybe even 3 times from the Japanese dude. But the French dude was actually doing pretty good until he lost. It was one punch, KO, just straight up dead. And then I guess this is the one that Americans were probably tuning in to watch. North Americans, and international viewers even that weren't Asian. Ian McCall was against Manel Cape, and the rope beat Ian McCall. So Ian McCall was going for a takedown, and his head hit the rope as they were going down, and I guess the rope cut his forehead. And it was pretty bad. It was fucking spraying everywhere, and the ref stopped it so that the doctor could look at it, and they stopped it. It was above his eye, and it was spraying. There was blood. There's a lot of blood. And Manel came after the fight in the interview was just like, yeah, woo, you know what it is. I won. That's how I do it. It's just like, okay.
You had nothing to do with the actual victory, buddy. Okay.
He was doing pretty good though. Like for a 1 minute and 48-second fight, it was back and forth, and I would have said that it was probably leaning towards Manel before the takedown, anyways. But, yeah, no, unfortunate accident by McCall. Like, how, man.
I don't even understand how the rope would be able to cut him like that. There obviously is.
Well, it's a rubber rope, right? It's. Do you know what it is? It's like the same tubing that you use in like a hose.
Yeah, but how would that?
I guess they just push so hard up against it. There was just so much force.
A friction burn.
Friction burn, and there's not. You don't have that much skin on your forehead, so it probably just burnt right through to the bone.
I don't know.
That'd be my guess. Or it was just unfortunate, and some kind of fabric or something was sticking out of the rubber, and that just got him. Who knows?
That seems to make a little bit more sense, but
it was a weird freak accident. So I don't know how to explain it. It sucks for McCall because McCall's been through so much bullshit lately that it's just like, yeah, he's back, and then he does this in the ring, which sucks. And then Horiguchi was the main event of the first night against Gabriel Oliveira, and Horiguchi TKO'd him with punches. He looked good. He looked better in the second night, though. I thought he looked really good in the finals. The semis and the finals, because then he had to fight twice in one night. All right, let's talk about UFC 219, an event that we watched. This event sucked. That's all I can say about it. It sucked. Even Tim Elliott getting the victory, like it was a feel good story in the prelims of the Fight Pass stuff, because his coach just died and all that. Yeah. And De La Rosa, he was the first active husband and wife team in the UFC, and he lost in his debut. And Anaconda choke. It was a good way to win. Good victory, but still underwhelming, and it was not that exciting of a fight. It was very one-sided. All the fights went to decision, and they were mostly boring. Like Carlos Condit and Neil Magny. Boring.
What do you expect that fight to be, though? That's that Condit fight was exactly what I expected it to be.
I guess so, but I think I was expecting a little bit more out of Carlos, to be honest. Maybe a little bit more out of Magny. But here's the thing: I do not blame Magny for doing what he did. It's not exactly his fault, but the fight was still boring. Yeah, I'm not blaming them. It's just that's how the styles clashed, and it was.
That's just what happened. Condit gets taken down. He doesn't try to work his way back up. He tries to submit you.
Yeah, it was pretty boring. Like Carla Esparza and Cynthia Calvillo, actually not a terrible fight.
Yeah.
Especially on this card, I would probably say that it was a great fight, but it made me laugh that Cynthia Calvillo thought she won, because I despise Esparza, so anytime I can see her lose, I'm totally down for that. But after the fight, Calvillo was like jumping before she was even the hand being raised, and she freaked out when the hand was risen the other way.
Yeah, no, I would have given it 2 rounds to 1 for Carla as well.
Yeah, me too.
So
me too. And I didn't want to. I don't want to. But that's how it was.
Like, the only thing I could have maybe first round could have maybe considered a 10-8 in some weird way. For like then it would have been a draw.
Maybe
round 2 and 3 were definitely Esparza. So I didn't see round 1 as being a 10-8, but.
Me neither.
Like, that's the only thing that could have made it not be Esparza winning.
Yeah. Look, I don't hate that Calvillo did that. It's not like I'm like, oh man, she's such a bitch for thinking that she won. Like, good, you thought that you won.
No, I just thought she was kind of stupid. But
I guess it's a little bit.
I can understand like thinking you got it. Okay, going like this, going like, what the fuck? But like she was like, no, this was mine. This was 100% mine. I dominated that first round and then got my ass kicked. And this is mine. This is mine. This is mine. Wait, what? I lost? Fuck that. That's bullshit. Fuck that.
Yes, I would say it was maybe a little bit unsportsmanlike, but at the same time, I can't say that I minded it. It made it more memorable. That was the most memorable thing of the fucking fight.
Like that's the way you act when you finish somebody. Like
I guess so. Yeah.
And not when you're coming down to a decision that you clearly lost. I don't know what. Like you go watch that tape. No, woman, you lost. Like.
Yeah,
I don't like. No, you lost.
Like even if it was let's say it was super close, right? Like that's not really an attitude to have when it's super close. Like yeah, oh fuck you, you know, like
no, I don't know. Like the judges made the right call.
Like I've seen people deal way better with decisions that went the other way. That was super clear that they won, and they were just like, well, you know, that's how it goes. I should.
There's been some weird shit like when you're over in the UK or down in Brazil or whatever. There's been some weird shit.
I get
when
why
it comes
people
to decisions, but
I get why people were pissed, but at the same time, I didn't think it was that big of a deal.
No, I that's the way I saw it. It's the way the judges called it. So I don't. Whatever. If she thought she won, well, she just has some delusions of grandeur or something. I don't know. Whatever.
So the next fight, Dan Hooker versus Mark Diakese. Like, yeah, sure, there was a submission victory in this, but I was so underwhelmed because it was Diakese versus Hooker. Like, Diakese was kind of like on a little tear, and he's been knocking out people before this. And the last fight, I think he got knocked out. Is that how it went? I forget. Anyways, Diakese's rarely in a boring fight. Yeah, I know he lost to Jakar close in a split decision. But that fight was fucking awesome. That fight was amazing. But this fight sucked. This fight was boring as fuck. Even though it ended in a guillotine choke. I don't know how, because I don't know. Casey usually moves in, and he couldn't really move in too much.
Yeah, like I did entirely find it boring, but I would.
Well, the thing is, everything leading up to this, I was bored with, so I wasn't exactly hyped going into this fight. I wanted to be, but man, I was just so underwhelmed with this. And then the co-main event went exactly how I thought it was going to go.
The only thing was Barboza going to be able to throw a knee into Khabib's face? Was really the only chance in fucking hell that it was going to go any other way. And
boy, did he not.
No, he didn't.
One judge gave it 30-24 in a 3-round fight. That's how one-sided it was. Like, it was really one-sided.
Yes. Like the first round definitely was ridiculous, and then the other 2 rounds were definitely dominant, but
I think Khabib was maybe trying to have more fun, but tried to be careful
the thing,
too.
In the post fight thing, he made the decision not to finish him, is what he said, because he wanted to go the 15 minutes to test his gas tank.
Sure. I mean, maybe he could have finished him, but I don't entirely...
he definitely
I don't know if I entirely buy that, the not finishing thing.
Not deciding not to finish him?
Yeah.
Dude, no, he could easily have just jumped on his back and broke his neck. Like, to the point of how tired Barboza was.
I suppose, but at the same time, like, I don't know about that. Like, you could say, like, yeah, maybe he made the decision to stay on top of him and beat him up, but if he really wanted to finish it, he could have.
Oh, no, that's the thing, is that he decided not to.
Yeah, I know, but again, I don't really buy if he decided not to, or if he really...
Like, so he just was going at a steady pace.
I don't know if Edson really would give up his neck that easy, either.
I don't know, he did it against Pettis.
I'm not saying that he couldn't. Look, listen, I'm not saying that he
wasn't
couldn't.
Barboza, that was Viola. Never mind.
Anyways, yeah, that fight was, it's fine for what it was. I didn't hate it, but again... Everything leading up to it, it's just it was just another fight. I love Khabib. I can't wait to see what his next opponent is. This was just a shit opponent for him.
I think it's going to be Tony, because I don't think Connor's coming.
It has to be Tony, right?
Well, I don't think Connor and Tony are going to fight.
Even if Connor comes back, he's going to fight Tony. If he has to pick, I think that's the pick between the two.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Is that Connor? Well, the thing is, I would think Khabib would fight again before he would fight Tony if Connor was going to fight Tony.
Oh yeah, sure. I guess it's not like Khabib would probably lose.
Yeah, no, yeah. But the thing is, who would he fight? Like the lightweight division is very weird right now.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly because of Connor and the bullshit he's done.
Yes and no.
Well, again, the thing is, a lot of 155ers are going up to 170 as well. Like you got 3 of them or 4 of the 4 of the top 10 have gone up to 55. Diaz is nowhere to be found. Connor is nowhere to be found.
Gastelum could go back down if he fucking lost some weight. No.
Well, no, that's once if you go down to 170.
He's one. Oh yeah, he's one. What is he?
He's at 185 right now. Which he is not a 185er, but that's a different story because that's different division.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like the lightweight right now is because people are going up, and then some people, like even Johnson, went down to 145. So I don't know, like shit's a little weird.
Yeah, I know Khabib and Tony and Conor are the only 3 really right now.
Well, it'd be Alvarez would maybe because he did just knock the fuck out of Gaethje.
Yes and no.
I think I would have if Conor fights Tony. I think Khabib would have to fight Alvarez. Would be the
that's a bad one for Alvarez.
Yeah, I know. But
Alvarez versus JDS was kind of a similar matchup, but RDS, sorry, but RDS is. RDS is more willing to fucking fight other people's fight than Khabib is how I would describe that fight. Like RDA is more I don't know. He's more willing to play the styles than Khabib is. Khabib is just I don't give a fuck about you. I'm just going to take you down. And
he's got what he's going to do. And
that's the thing.
RDA
can do some of that if he wants to, but he chooses to do his dumb shit sometimes that just costs him. And I could see it coming a mile away with Alvarez. I saw it coming a mile away.
With RDA actually beating...
Yeah, it was a pretty easy fight for him too.
Wow, Lawler.
Yes,
that's the word I'm coming up with. Now with what I would still like to know what the fuck happened to Lawler in that.
Well, so just
at the end of the 3rd round, shit just went weird.
So I have it in the news. He suffered a torn ACL and a meniscus.
Okay, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
But. Again, I would like also then to know if RDA had anything to do with that, or was it just something that happened before the fight?
Well, I'm assuming RDA had something to do with it, right?
But like
whether it was just a little exchange that tweaked his knee in a weird way, or it was something like that.
Like to pop an ACL, it typically takes some force. And
of course. But what I'm saying is
it wasn't enough force.
Well, no. What I'm saying is that it was something that obviously had to do with something that they both did, right? Maybe it was Lawler kicking his leg and then his knee just fucking gave out in a weird way.
Well, no. You could tell when it happened as he was backing up from when RDA pushed him to get off the fence. Something went wrong with
the weird thing about
Lawler's
breaking muscles, tearing muscles and all that is I always find that it happens in the weirdest ways. It's never like it's rarely like, oh, I got an arm bar and now everything's destroyed, or I got a knee bar and now my knee's destroyed. Like it's weird. So when people get caught in a knee bar, like it's like, oh, it hurts for a little bit and then they're fine. But it's always like, oh, I stepped on a thing weird and then my knee's out.
Yeah,
it's always weird things. It's never something that
fair enough.
He got you and then you got fucked up for 2 years. No, it's rarely that. It's rarely.
But like it. Because that fight was going very well for both of them, because both of them had their time, and then it looked like Lawler was about to start turning it up, and then that happened, and the fight should have been stopped. But
I like that fight. It was better than all of 219.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
so the main event,
and it was free.
The main event: Chris Cyborg and Holly Holm. So 2 judges gave it 48-47. I guess I could kind of see that, but I only gave the first round to Holly.
Yeah,
and the rest was
same.
all Chris.
And
I only gave the first round to Holly because she tied her up in the cage for like all the first round.
It was
didn't really
definitely
do anything else.
It was to do with Octagon control of how she would have gotten that round.
Okay, well, Octagon control is not a criteria anymore. It's just Cyborg couldn't really do anything because Holm was holding on to her the whole time. So it's like, who do you give it to? It's like, well, I'm going to give it to the person that was holding her.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, again, the thing is control, period. So Holly was still controlling the fight.
Yes, but like Octagon control, like being in the middle is not really a criteria anymore.
No, fair enough. Yeah, no, but the thing, like she had her in the clinch for most of the
time.
Oh
yeah, no, being in a clinch and being in the double underhooks and all that, like you're in the advantageous position. It's like being on top, like you're technically winning, but what are you doing with it?
Yeah, she won the first round strictly by position.
Yes,
opposed to any damage or anything.
The rest, not like Chris was destroying her, but she did land the most, and that was it.
And the thing is, Holm landed some solid shots. They just didn't seem to do anything.
It is
like when she landed a couple of really, I know, but like Holm is a large 135er.
Mm-hmm. Well,
so she would be an average or smallish.
The last fight from Cyborg gave me real hope for this fight of being entertaining, because I thought the last fight Cyborg slowed down a little bit, and she was fighting some no name from fucking Invicta that I can't even think of her name right now, and she looked terrible visually. Like she didn't look good as a fighter. Like that's not what you want a fighter to look like.
No,
I'm
agree.
not talking shit about her as a person. I'm talking about shit as a fighter. Holly Holm looks like a fighter.
Yes, okay, yeah. So going back to that Cyborg's last opponent. Again, she was an Invicta fighter, so she's probably doing fighting as a part-time thing because she literally needs another job to be able to survive. And
I feel like a lot of USC people do that too, but yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. But again, how much worse would it be for an Invicta fight?
It depends who you are.
I would think if an Invicta fighter is getting more than 20 grand for a fight, I'd be incredibly surprised.
I wonder how much
that's
Cyborg
like with
was
win
making.
bonus.
I wonder how much Cyborg was making in Invicta.
That's the thing. I don't understand.
And I wonder how much Watterson was, because I feel like if you're top level in Invicta, you're probably making a good amount of money, because the lower tier people are probably making fucking nothing.
Yeah.
So you probably want to
even the lower tier of the UFC are making fucking nothing.
Yes, but this is like nothing. Like I feel like if you're like Michelle, like the
hundreds of dollars,
the top tier of Invicta probably makes over 20,000 a fight.
Yeah, so but you're talking like 5 people. So like the champions.
Yeah, probably 5, give or take. I'm not saying it's a lot, but
I'm pretty sure. What is Watterson getting paid? Only what, 80? 80.
No, it was more than that.
I'm sure she gets endorsements and everything outside of that.
No. I'm not even talking about endorsements. I think she might be on a no-win bonus deal. I think she might just make a certain amount.
Strict whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck. Go look up her last fight.
Yeah,
I don't even remember who her last fight was against.
Her last fight.
It wasn't Van Zandt. It was after
Rose.
Van Zandt. Was it Rose? It might have been Rose.
It might have been Rose after Van Zandt.
It might have been Rose. Yeah, you might be right. No, I think you're right. I think it was Rose. So go look up how much she made on that fight. And I'll talk. Did you watch the prelims of 219?
The prelims of yes.
Okay, so I'll talk about them. I thought that they were all boring.
She fought Torres.
Oh yeah, yes, that's right. That was not that long ago.
No, at 218.
Yeah. Look up how much she made.
Yeah, I don't know where 218. Where was 218? Because in some states it's not mandatory to. where this was in Detroit. I don't know if I don't know Detroit well enough.
Fighter salaries. I'm looking it up right now. I got it. Gaethje, Torres. Why didn't it? What?
It doesn't indicate.
Michelle
here.
Waterson. Oh man, 1750. 17.5. Sorry.
17,500.
She got 17.5. Okay, so she got 15 to show up.
Okay.
And 2,500 from Reebok. That's her disclosed.
Right.
salary.
Yeah.
I thought she made more than that. I don't know. Maybe she makes more. Maybe she does have a win bonus, but I thought she made more than that. Hey, USC, you should pay her more. Tisha Torres made.
But again, that is disclosed.
Tisha Torres made 85,000.
She does do a lot of extra things that she likely gets paid for.
Oh, for sure. But Tisha made 85, which is pretty good. That's pretty good.
That is pretty high.
Tisha, I'm not going to complain. Tisha is pretty good, and she's been there for a while, so she does.
I agree. But, 85 is where I think both of them should be.
Oh yeah, Waterson. Do you see Waterson everywhere? And they've done so much promotion for her that she should be more than that. I wonder how much what's his name? Pretty boy makes blonde tips. Sage definitely makes more than that. 100% makes more than that. And that's bullshit. Anyways, so the prelims of UFC 219 were all crappy. I was really looking forward to Khalil Roundtree versus Gohan Saki, but Saki got injured and he got replaced with Mikhail Oleanenchuk. And that fight it still looked good on paper, but boy, did that fight not deliver. Oh my God. I love Khalil Roundtree. He's been delivering on paper, but the best fight of the prelims was Miles Jury and Rick Glenn, in my opinion. But even that fight was crappy. And there was a draw on the prelims. That's how you know it's a great event, when there's a draw.
All right. Hey man, a draw could be a good fight.
Oh, 100%, but not this one. Not this one. This was one of the fights that contributed to the boringness. The draw was the only appeal in that fight. The draw was the only thing where you could get excited about and go like, boo, fuck this. The whole fight, you were just, eh. All right, so the Bantamweight Grand Prix from Ryzen started again on New Year's Eve. Kyoichi Horiguchi defeated Manel Cape very easily. I mean, it took almost the whole 15 minutes, but Horiguchi got a cut above his eye in this fight, and that was about it. Besides that, he really wasn't in danger, and he got a arm triangle choke near the end of the third round, or the second round, actually. Oh, no, I guess this is the third round because it is a tournament. And then Shintaro Ishiratari, he was one of my favorites from this tournament, man. He looked amazing in this tournament. He defeated Atsuka via unanimous decision, 15 minutes. I just thought he looked like a superstar. He kind of looked like Sexy Yama, or who's another fucking Asian star that I like? Sexy Yama, not Shinya Aoki. Fuck, who's another one? Anyways, he just has a cool look that I like. And then they went to the flyweight kickboxing one-night tournament for Ryzen. Tenjin, he just destroyed the whole tournament. That's all I have to say about it. He looked great. Dude. So listen to this. He was bleeding in this first fight. Guess why he was bleeding?
Why?
Because his acne on his face popped.
Nice.
Yes. He is 19. He is a young motherfucker. And he's destroying fools. Dude. He destroyed this guy with a flying knee. It was awesome. So that was the flyweight semifinals, because it was a one-night tournament. And then Reina Kabuta defeated Irene Rivera in the first round in the women's super atom weight, Grand Prix semifinals, a continuation of the tournament the other night. I love Rena. She's kind of cute, so I can see why people like her. And like I said earlier, she's the one that punched the girl in the stomach and caused her to fall down and be very hurt. And Kana Asakura, I like her also. Like I find that she's cute, but it's not in like the traditional attractive way. It's like, I bet her in makeup she looks very cute, but she's got funky Japanese teeth and her eyes don't open up that much. So, she's not traditional attractive, but I really like her, and she won this via armbar over the Brazilian Maria Oliveira. And honestly, the women's tournament was probably my favorite thing of the whole tournament, or the whole two Ryzen events. Horiguchi looked good. I was really looking forward to Ian McCall, but the women was probably my favorite thing of the whole Ryzen event, to be honest. Takanori Gomi, he faced off against Yasuke Yachi, and Yasuke, he is not afraid to talk a lot and be brash about all his actions and all that. But man, this was an exciting fight. Yachi really hurt Gomi early with a punch. It was a few punches, even maybe to the stomach. I don't even really remember. But it led to like a takedown attempt that Yachi didn't get, and then Takanori kind of like had like his head in like his armpit, and he was like punching him in the stomach, and then Yasuke fell over from one of the punches, and he just kept punching him in the stomach on the ground until Yasuke could actually get out, and then he got a triangle around the body, and then that triangle eventually got up to the head, and then Gomi tapped out. For a fight that was only 2 minutes and 36 seconds, super exciting. Like, the Rising event was way better than UFC. Like, way better. Like, I can't describe how much better it was, because it was a bazillion times way better. And then there's actually two American ladies going at it at the flyweight division. Sinju Nasawa Auclair. So yeah,
wow.
she was Asian, but she's American. And Chelsea Lagros, she actually had Misha Tate in her corner.
Okay.
But she lost via submission armbar. It was a pretty one-sided fight. Auclair did very good on the feet, and then when it got to the ground, it went immediately to armbar, and it was over. So it's a good fight. And then Mirko Krokop fought heavyweight versus Tetsuyo Kazaka, and he was a last-minute replacement. I forget who Mirko was supposed to fight. It doesn't say it here. But he got replaced, and he got destroyed in a minute. At one point, Mirko Krokop was like behind him, just holding him via his belly, and then just like punching him in the temple. Just like from behind, just boom, boom in the temple, and then dude fell over, and then he got punched on the ground a little bit more. Oh, and the corner actually fucking threw in the towel.
Yeah.
The corner actually threw in the towel, which is amazing. I think that happened 2 times on Ryzen, which dude, Japan is the one that's going to be the one to throw in the towel and innovate and be cautious with their fighters. What the fuck are we doing? Japan has more sense than fucking America and the fucking teams and coaches that should be throwing in towels more often than they are right now. It just pisses me off. And then we had the 3 finals. We had the kickboxing, which Tenzin won easily, TKO via 3. He got 3 knockdowns in a minute and 27 seconds, Steiner. 3 knockdowns. He got 3 knockdowns in a minute and 27 seconds. This is kickboxing, but he got destroyed. Destroyed. The third knockdown, I was just like, oh man, just end this fight right now, because he can't get up, and then boom, it was over. It's just like, okay. The third knockdown was the worst one too, so I was just like, just stop it after the second, because he's gonna get killed. And he got killed. And then there was the women's atomweight Grand Prix. I'm pretty sure everybody wanted Rina to win, attractive lady. But they were both Japanese, so I don't think anybody there was like, I'm so against her winning, but Kana Asakura won via rear naked choke. It's a pretty one-sided fight. Rina didn't really do anything. She got taken down and then got rear naked choked. It was just she got taken down in the first minute, and then it took about 3 minutes for Kana to get the rear naked choke. Like, it was just a matter of time for that to happen.
Right.
There was some ground and pound, but it wasn't. It was to get to that choke. And then Horiguchi in the main event, once again here in the Grand Prix Bantamweight final against Shintaro Ishiwatari. So honestly, my two favorite fighters of the tournament, unless McCall made it further. But in terms of having two Japanese fighters in the final, Ishiwatari was probably my favorite one. He looked amazing up to this point. And he did hurt Horiguchi maybe a minute into the fight. But then after that, it was all Horiguchi. The fight could have probably been stopped in the first round, but it went into the second round even, and like Horiguchi just destroyed. This it could have been stopped around maybe 30 seconds left in the first round, and then it went 15 seconds into the second round, and then he went. Horiguchi just straight up just walked in, went boom right in the face, and then bam, and then just punched him a few times. He fell over, and then I think he punched him maybe one more time, but it was just because the ref didn't get there in time. It was over. That second round really did not even need to happen, and it was over. So yeah, Ryzen was amazing. If you can find it, it's on fight.tv. You can still go buy it and watch the replay. It was really good. And then this weekend, there's a UFC as well, right? Is it this weekend or is it next? No, it's this weekend. There's the one in St. Louis. It's on a Sunday, though, for some reason. It's Stevens versus Choi. That main card looks really good. What do you think? Uriah Hall, Vitor Belfort, Paige Van Zandt, Jessica Rose Clark, and then Kamaru Usman versus Emil Weber Meek is the main card. That's an amazing main card.
Meek, yeah.
Dude, that
Johnson.
Is that. Yeah. I would pay for that over 219.
What is the main? How many fights would it be in the main card?
4.
4?
Yeah.
Okay. So Johnson and Elkins is the main event to the
prelims of the TV.
Prelims.
Yes. That's also a really good fight.
Yeah.
The prelims are really good. James Krause versus Alex White, Matt Frivola versus Marco Polo Reyes, and Tago Alves versus Zach Cummins. That's pretty good. And even the Fight Pass prelims has a few good fights. The women's fights are pretty all good.
Jessica Eyes, yeah.
Calandra Faria. She fought. Calandra lost to she just lost to blonde girl. Why am I blanking on her name? But she looked not bad in that fight considering who she was fighting.
Mm.
And then JJ Aldrich is not bad, but Daniel Taylor might take her over. I'm not against any of the women's fights. They're not super exciting, but they're not bad. They're all good. They're all on Fight Pass. And then you got Mike Santiago versus Mads Burrell. I don't know who Mads Burrell is. And then Kyo Ho Kang versus Guido Canati in bantamweight. I don't know who Guido is either. Who are all these people?
Obviously new fighters or yeah, I don't know. The main card, yeah. If Hall
Excellent
doesn't win,
main card.
I don't.
Excellent main card. Oh, imagine if Vitor wins. That'd be amazing.
Oh my god.
That'd be hilarious. The comeback of Vitor Belfort.
Well, this is his last fight, so he's likely going to go over to Ryzen and juice the shit out of himself and
then fight Uriah Hall. Again. Both juiced. No, Uriah Hall should win.
Yeah, I would think, I don't know. Belfort. Who did Belfort fight?
He did beat win another Brazilian, no?
No, he beat Marquardt, and then
yeah.
Lost to Gaslam, but Gaslam tested positive for marijuana, and then he So that was a no contest.
So he lost
and
to
then
Gegard and
Vitor
Souza.
to Gagar,
Yeah,
and then Souza. And then he beat Dan Henderson way back in 15.
Sweet.
That was when he was on the juice.
So, hey, dude, there's a lot of interesting news to talk about this week. We already talked about Robbie Lawler suffering a torn ACL and meniscus. But, so Holly Holm, after her loss, Cyborg got called a trans by a Jackson Wake photographer.
Yeah, I don't fully understand how the fuck that's news. And
well, okay, so it's no, I do understand why it's news, because fuck that dude. First of all,
okay, fair enough.
And he was on the same bus as Cyborg after the fight for some reason. Why the fuck was he there? I don't know. But that's why he got all pissed, because he heard Cyborg call Holm a bitch. Because Cyborg was she said something during the fight like, I punched that bitch in the face or something like that, right? So it's like, who fucking cares? You're a fucking photographer. Of course, you don't think that your fucking team ever talks about people that way? You dumbass. And first of all, it's not your team. You're just a photographer.
Yeah, that I don't.
But man, fuck this guy. His UFC credits or credentials got taken away. So good. So he will not be at UFC events ever again. And I actually agree with that, because fuck this guy. Look, if you're a fan and you want to say shit about Cyborg, you have your right to say whatever the fuck you want. But like when you're in the industry and you're like part of it, fucking have some fucking respect for fighters. Yeah. That's what pisses me off even about DC and Joe sometimes. They just say some shit where it's just like, dude, just think for about 1 second about what you're saying. You're talking about another fighter. Would you say that about yourself? No, you wouldn't. So don't say it.
Well, I what is Cyborg though?
She's a lady that fights and is pretty dominant, and she does not look like a lady, like Tate or like Misha or nope. That's the same person.
Well, yeah, Misha.
That's the same person. Excuse me. Rhonda is who I meant to say. Okay, just because she doesn't look like Watterson, just because she's not called the karate hottie, doesn't mean that she doesn't deserve your respect, Steiner. She's a fighter.
Yes, the thing is,
I don't care what
she's
she
been
looks
known.
like. No. I know what you're gonna say. No, she has not been. No, she has not.
What?
She got caught once. So we don't know for sure.
No. She's been caught once recently. I'm pretty sure there was something else with her taking shit.
Oh yeah, no, look, I don't care, but she's not taking shit now.
Are you sure on that?
Am I sure that Holm isn't taking shit? I don't know. She could have taken shit in the past.
No, but the thing is, like, how much
kickboxing internationally? Okay. She could have been taking anything.
Look at Cyborg in 2005. Look at Cyborg in 2015, and then look at Cyborg in 2018. There's a difference between 15 and 18.
Sure.
And then there's a massive difference between 2005 2015.
Sure. I'm not going to deny that, but at the same time, so she got a penis because she took steroids?
That's not necessarily what trans means.
Okay, so she turned into a dude because she took steroids according to you? She still has a fucking vagina. She still identifies as a woman. She still identifies as a fucking... Not a crazy person. Not a crazy person.
No, but I'm pretty sure she has fucked up her biology to a point that she may not be female or male.
Okay. All right. I'll agree with you, but that does not make her trans.
No, okay, fair enough. But I do believe something has been done to her system to make her not a...
Sure, yes. Her bone...
Can she bear children still?
Her bone density...
I'd be very surprised if she can.
Maybe in 2005.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Because in 2005, she wasn't bad looking.
I still don't think that she's terrible. She's just weird looking. Like, I'm not
like her jaw structure
attracted
is
to her. It's just
gone weird.
she's
but
whatever. She's
I
fucking
don't.
cyborg.
I don't understand how that's even possible because roids or testosterone won't do that to you.
Who knows what she did?
Yeah, I know. She may have broken her
surgery,
jaw.
could be a
That then
bunch
it
of
was
shit.
surgery. Yes.
That's what I like. She's a fighter. As a fighter, I like her. Like that's all I can say.
I respect her as a fighter. I'll
Okay,
give her that much.
Sure, but when it comes to karate hottie, yes, I can say she's attractive, but I also like her as a fighter.
Yeah.
So, but I also like her as a person more because she's more. Well, what's the word I'm searching for? She's more
personable.
Well, personable, but she that makes her more relatable.
Attractive.
Relatable. Because
yeah.
She has a husband, she has a kid, she has a normal life. Cyborg seems kind of like, she's a crazy person.
Yeah, no, she definitely is. But yeah, I don't. With Cyborg, like I would be very surprised with everything that she's taken that she could still bear children or even.
Dude, she was just taking birth control.
Periods or whatever.
She was just taking birth control, man. She totally can.
Yeah, but does she even have a period or anymore? I mean, there are like she has done some shit to herself to the point of like.
Hey, a lot of shit
changing
can fuck
her
up
biology.
A period. Never mind what she did.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah.
So Stefan Struve versus Andrei Arlovsky got added to UFC 222. That's quite a while from now, but that's an alright fight. I expect Struve.
It's an interesting fight,
but
I don't know. Arlovsky punches pretty hard.
Yeah, but he has to punch up in this fight.
He typically does punch up because that's just the way he throws his haymakers.
This is like up. Like he has to jump to get to him.
I don't know. Like it's very weird stylistically.
Yeah, but it's an interesting fight.
But Struve's stand-up has not been very good.
Lately, no, because he's been getting hit in the face a lot and getting hurt.
Well, he had that heart issue that then they weren't even allowed.
Yeah,
fight.
That heart issue though, I think he's over it, and
I don't know. Like, when was the last time Stu fought?
Because they wouldn't let him fight if he didn't. He's fought a few times lately.
No, but he was up for a fight, and it was 2 days before the fucking fight that he was then pulled. Or
that was a while ago. That was a while ago. That was like 2014 or 2015 or something.
I don't know if it was. It may have
that was a long time ago.
End of 15 or something.
That was a while ago. He's fought a few times since then. Because if you look at Dan Hardy, they haven't let him fight.
Yeah. No.
I
don't think he is looking to fight.
Oh no! I think he wants to. I think he really wanted to for a long time, but now he's more settled into the fact that he is going to be a commentator and all that stuff. But no, there was a long time he was really looking to fight again. So Tisha Torres versus Jessica Andrade got added to the next.
That's a pretty good fight.
Yeah, that's the next Fox event.
Very interesting fight. I don't think it'll be all that entertaining.
No, I think it might be entertaining because this is a style clash where I don't think that they're going to go on the ground, and if they do end up on the ground, I don't see it staying there very long. Let's see, where's this next?
Wait, Alexander Volkov, is he not the one who's going to be fighting? No, this is someone else.
Volkov is because Ozdemir is the one fighting DC.
It's okay.
Who's Volkov? Why? What are you?
Volkov knocked out Struve.
Oh, okay.
I just they look very similar.
Do you know who Gilbert Burns is?
Not by name. If I saw his face, then maybe.
Okay, no, it's not who I thought it was. All right. I'm just looking at this next Fox event. It's okay. Nothing too crazy on it yet. Yoel Romero and David Branch is on that card.
Oh, okay.
That's going to be okay.
No, I'm right. They look nothing alike. It's just somehow, I guess his first name is almost like his last name. So I just got a little confused.
I'm only throwing this out because I thought this was interesting. Aspen Ladd versus Leslie Smith got added to an April 21st event, which is not even announced yet. So we don't know the town. We don't know the card. We just know the date. But Aspen Ladd, she's a cutie. She's a cutie. She goes on a tear. I could see the UFC putting some money behind promoting her. She's not that bad looking. Invicta FC bantamweight title holder Yana Katskana. Man, that's a hard word to say. Versus Sarah McMahon on the next UFC on Fox event, February 24th. That's a pretty good fight, actually. It's not a bad fight to have. Because Sarah McMahon goes out there to bang usually.
Yeah.
She's able to take you down and do stuff down there, but Katsuna, she's able to defend that. So it's a good matchup, and that fight should be okay. The two ladies fight on that Fox card, not bad. So UFC 218, the special on Fox Sports 1. Oh, it was on Fox Sports 1. That's why I couldn't find it.
Yes,
trying to find it on Fox. Only did.
It was on Sports 1, which is why the number is so much lower than what.
Yeah, it's 357,000. Well, I think that they were talking about having it on Fox, and then I guess they decided not to. Because the last I heard that they were going to do it at 10 p.m., but 10 p.m. is when they do the news. So I guess that's why they canceled it and just put it on Fox Sports 1. It kind of sucks.
Well, it's just the way Dana talked last year.
Yeah.
Is that they were going to do it on Fox every year, and then obviously recanted that after.
Well, because last year it just made total sense because it landed on was it a Saturday last year? Yeah, it was a Saturday last year, and there was nothing else there. Literally nothing else. So it was just like, we might as well put on a movie, or we'll put on that pay-per-view that cost money like 3 weeks ago. Why not? So
they could have just thrown it on Christmas Eve or whatever.
No, they could have done a bunch of stuff. They could have done whatever. It's not a great number. It's an okay number. So
for Fox Sports 1, that's not too bad.
It's not great. I
agree.
All the live events do better than this, so it's not
yeah.
great.
But again, you have to remember when it was.
Yeah,
and it not being on.
Which, if it was on Fox, it would have done way more.
Yes.
So Cyborg versus Home, the pay-per-view sold approximately 350,000 to 400,000, which is way more than I thought it was going to be. So I think that this is a little bit more of the New Year's, like, last card hype. And also it being Cyborg and Home. There was a lot of people psyched about that one fight. Like, I saw, like, there's people that I wouldn't even expect talking about that fight.
Like, the thing, like, I was expecting Cyborg to win, but it's the way she won was what, like, because the thing is, she took Holmes' best shots.
So, in retrospect, if you look at it in retrospect to her last fight, it's not too surprising, right?
To whose last fight?
Cyborg's? Yeah.
No, well, like, I was expecting Cyborg to win. It's just, I was somewhat expecting Holmes' shots to have more effect. It was just to the point of how easily Cyborg was able to walk through Holmes, like a fucking kickboxer. She's absolutely, like, who would be a better striker than her in women's UFC, like MMA?
Cyborg, just because she's more powerful. But technically, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, like Holmes is, yes. But the thing, like, yeah, more, that was the issue, is more power. Is just she got hit hard, and then I'm good. How like, if Holmes hit me with those shots, man, I would have been fucking broken face and all sorts of shit. Like,
maybe that's why Cyborg broke her face on purpose, so that it heals tougher.
I put steel in my face, so now it doesn't break.
That's Russian. Why is she Russian now?
Because she took so many steroids that it sounds like that now. I don't know.
No, I still think she
sounds
sounds
the way
Portuguese.
Her voice sounds, though.
I still think she sounds Portuguese.
Yeah.
She's gonna put that out there. Because she kind of, man, I can't even do Portuguese because it's all.
It is like this.
It's all good. It's good. It's normal.
No, you sound Dutch.
Oh, no,
You sound Dutch.
I'm trying to do fucking Silva. It's it's a normal.
Yeah, I don't think Silva's quite the standard Portuguese voice because he is like, this is how you talk.
Oh, yeah, okay, no, but he has a Portuguese accent.
Okay, fair enough. But he
he's like he has like a Mike Tyson thing going on with his voice.
Yes.
You don't assume that's his voice, but that is his voice. Mm-hmm. No, his voice is not scary. His fights is what makes him scary.
Yes.
I have a video of this. I have to load it up. But did you see Jean-Claude Van Damme in the news this week?
I think you posted something to the.
Oh man, well no, I'm just gonna say that you don't know now.
No, something. I kicked him in the face. I didn't watch any video.
No, okay, so no. Jean-Claude Van Damme did not kick. Okay, so he did not get kicked in the face. He kicked somebody in the face.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, he kicked Garbrandt in the face.
He kicked Garbrandt in the face. So it wasn't that bad. They were just sparring. It's not like the kick landed like full blast. Like, oh, holy shit, my jaw's disconnected. But it's still a kick to the mouth, which is still gonna fuck up your teeth possibly. Like any amount of force that clenches your teeth like that, there's possible damage.
Now, was this actual like sparring within Team Alpha Male?
So I'm getting this video. I'm getting this video loaded up here. I just gotta actually find it. They were in the cage. They were just sparring. They were very obviously just fucking around. It wasn't like anything serious. But here you go. I'm getting it actually played here. So they were just like kicking and back and forth and punching back and forth and doing some spin stuff, like nothing crazy. And then right there, you just saw him. He landed a kick, and
I haven't actually seen it yet.
And Cody Garbrandt said, "Oh fuck!" And that's the end of the clip. It was a very, very, very light kick. Like it was like the back of his toes landed on his mouth. Like it wasn't bad, but I can definitely see why Garbrandt would get pissed. But at the same time, so what you don't see on this video is apparently JCVD went on his knees and kept saying, "My champion, my champion, my champion." That's my Jean-Claude Van Damme. Even though he's not French, that's my impression of him. Yeah, I mean, whatever. It was in the news.
Yeah, that was like
talked about
toes, if that, going at a quarter speed.
Yeah, It was nothing. It was nothing. I could understand how you would get pissed because it's not like you're sparring with fucking DJ or a natural fighter. You're sparring with Jean-Claude, so you would expect it to just be nothing, but then bam, kick in the face.
I don't know, but all in all, yes, they were getting fairly close, and he's throwing kicks and he pulled it. He just didn't quite pull it enough.
Hey, it's a fucking spinning kick.
Yeah,
it's gonna have force on it.
I don't see anything really all that wrong with that. But.
No, oh well. Don't spar with Jean-Claude Van Damme if you don't want to
Jean-Claude, he definitely seemed very apologetic. He knew he hit him, and he this immediately and shit. Sorry, are you? But
Cody was trying to get away from him. Cody was trying to get away from him, and he was like trying to like hug him and be like, "Oh," like that's how the clip ended.
Yeah,
it was him walking away and Jean-Claude like being, "Ah!" Like you could see he has a lot of respect for Cody and MMA.
Yeah,
Jean-Claude is one of the few dudes in action movies, old school action movies. I genuinely think that he's an actual good dude, and if it ever comes out that he was an actual asshole, I'm gonna be like, oh man, that's so sad.
Yeah, I don't know if he's an asshole, but he had a lot of issues with drugs that made him an asshole.
Okay, yes, okay, so he's Iron Man, where he had a few issues here and there, but overall he's a good dude.
Yeah. Like you mean Iron Man just as in
Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So he definitely had some issues with drugs and stuff, and
because you look at Robert Downey Jr. now, like everybody loves him and he's a saint.
Yes,
but he was not always like that.
No, he was Well, Downey definitely had some. Like he went through rehab 3 times,
something like that.
So.
He looks very good now.
Yeah,
You can tell that he's sober. That's for sure.
But yeah, Jean-Claude had similar things. Yeah, so he definitely
Jean-Claude,
had some
I guess,
issues
just
with
wasn't
focus.
as publicly available because he's in fucking Brussels, right?
Yes.
Belgium. So it's not like he's in the U.S. Fucking all the paparazzi fucking tracking him down.
Well,
all the
he
time.
would have lived in California quite likely for a period
Jean-Claude?
of time.
Oh yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah,
But-
I'm assuming he has probably like 5 houses all over the place.
I don't
Maybe
know
not
how
now.
much of that.
Maybe not
Yeah.
now. Maybe not now. But at one point, for sure he did. For sure he did.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if he has a house in California and a house in Brussels, and like I'm sure, or maybe not even a house. Maybe it is just a nice condo somewhere, 1,000 square feet type thing. But
I know he's in Brussels
like,
pretty often because I see him post.
Yeah. But yeah, he hasn't really done very much in the last 10 or so years, and I think a lot of that is because of just he had to get out of it because that was the cause of it.
Sure, but he's also old, and the style of movie that he does is not very conducive to his age.
Yeah.
Like, he's in they made a new kickboxer movie. It's Canadian produced.
Yeah.
And he's in it, but he's like Rocky in the new movies.
Yeah.
Of Rocky, where he's like the coach dude.
Coach, yeah. Yeah, no, but again, like I do know, like he was at a point in time. It wasn't just the movies he was in, but it was also, I guess, the people. Like just you have so many people around you, and everyone knows who you are. They
and like you look at Street Fighter, man. Street Fighter must have been a trip for him, but also a bunch of shit happened during that time, where I'm sure it caused him to go into drugs and a bunch of stuff. Depression.
Well, Street Fighter was like like they had a decent budget for the time.
Yeah,
which I'm sure half of it was spent on coke.
Sure.
Because just the concept of the movie was a fucking drug addict. Like, I don't. But
we're gonna have a dude from Brussels have a French accent, and he's American.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. It's so weird because he wasn't even. His accent was different in that movie. He wasn't exactly like Jean-Claude Van Damme accent. It was like a slightly tweaked French dude to kind of be. I think he was trying to be American, but it came off as French because of his accent. It was just weird. I love that movie. It's terrible, but I love it.
Yeah, one of the movies that is so good it's bad, or it's so bad it's good.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good though. It is so good. If you haven't watched
I haven't seen it in years.
Oh, watch it again. Watch it again. I watched it 2 years ago. I have a thing of watching Jean-Claude Van Damme movies, and I just pick one at random, and that was one of my randoms not that long ago, like a year and a half ago. It's okay. It's not that bad. It's Jean-Claude, like there's so few Jean-Claude Van Damme movies that are actually great. So when I watch Street Fighter, I just go like, this is okay.
Like Time Cop is really the only movie that I thought was actually like good.
So here's the Jean-Claude Van Damme movies I like: Kickboxer, Time Cop, Bloodsport. I'm missing one. The one where he has a twin isn't bad, but it's too long and the story is too fucking complicated. But besides that, the one where he has a twin, Dual Impact, is that what it's called? Yeah, okay. Something like that.
Yes.
That one wasn't bad. That one was okay, but it's so stupid sometimes. But anyways, Jean-Claude Van Damme, he's all right. Penne, we talked about her. She got caught for elevated epi to testosterone levels, which indicates that you're taking some kind of steroid. So she got tested positive in March. So they just suspended her for 18 months last week. So she can return on October 22nd. She got a reduced sentence because usually that's 2 months.
That's Jessica Penne.
2 years. Sorry. Yeah, Jessica Penne. Yes. Usually that's 2 years, but she was able to prove that it was doctor given and blah, 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 and she didn't know and blah, blah, blah. So they reduced it 4 months. Awesome. So Dana, he was at it with Steven Espinoza this week again. He was saying that Showtime fucked the numbers for the Mayweather McGregor fight, which is totally bullshit. If anybody is lying about their pay-per-view numbers, it's fucking the UFC. Because Showtime is a publicly traded company. Imagine it came out that they were lying about their pay-per-view numbers.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, they have regulations that they have to fucking deal with because they are public. That they can't get around. That the UFC totally can because they're private. So Showtime just... I can't believe that Dana is... Dude, Dana, hey, doggy. Hey, Dana, can you please just fucking focus on the UFC and promoting the fights? Did you see?
Now, what is Dana saying? Is that he's saying that they're higher or lower?
Lower. He's thinking that it is the highest pay-per-view of all time worldwide.
Oh.
Which is... That's fucking ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Because, first of all, UFC 217 already beat that in Canada. So 1/3 of North America is already it's beaten.
Well,
already.
Okay, population wise? No, that would be
no pay-per-view sales. But
you're talking Canada.
Yeah, and GSP.
So in one country,
GSP and Bisping did better than Mayweather.
Right, no, I know, but you're talking population. Or you're talking population.
No, I'm just talking about
number of countries.
I'm just talking about North America. It's one. I'm just talking about countries. I'm just talking about countries.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just saying that Canada, it still did better. I'm just saying I don't believe that McGregor and Mayweather was the top selling pay-per-view of all time. There's a lot of talk about it, but at the end of the day, there's a lot of people that I don't think bought it.
Well, yeah, there like with Pacquiao, you would have all the people.
With Pacquiao, it was legit hype that it was like, holy shit, boxing. This was like a little curiosity, and a lot of people that were actually into boxing did not buy this.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised about that. But the thing is, like, you're talking like with Pacquiao, though, you have the whole of Asia, and I'm pretty sure the whole of Asia did not give a shit about any of this.
Oh no, for sure not. Well, whole of Asia and the Philippines by itself is fucking massive.
Yeah. Well, I know, but the thing is more than just Indonesia. You'd have Pacquiao is like in there, so everyone from that area would want him to beat up the black guy from America or whatever. Like,
sure.
So, but even the Chinese people would get involved in that. And as soon as you can get some people, I guess maybe China though, you wouldn't actually get pay-per-view, so it'd be all bootleg or something. But
no, because I think that was actually available in China, but it was like online maybe. Because I know China has a lot of they do deals with a lot of that stuff. It's not necessarily all bootleg.
Okay.
Anyways, it's all bullshit. Dana's fucking crazy. Like, so did you watch there was a pre conference for UFC 220. They did it like 2-3 weeks ago.
Okay.
It was Stipe was there, Nagano was there, DC was there, Ozdemir was there. Did you see that?
No.
Okay, so the actual press conference was it was fine because, oh my god, the shit Nagano was saying, and then Stipe was just reacting to it. So like Nagano was like, I don't like Stipe. I think he's a bad man. and then Stipe was just like, he was making faces like, what? Did he just say that? What the fuck is he talking about? And then at one point, like, Nagano was like, I am the best man at heavyweight. And then so the dude was in the crowd was like, do you believe that's Stipe? He's like, yeah, why not? He's the best man in heavyweight, sure. So okay. I love Stipe in that way. He's fucking hilarious. But before all that started, Dana White came out. Okay, so he comes out. He's like, oh yeah, man, this is the 25th year of UFC. We got a new logo. Check out this logo. Okay, so I'm way more excited than Dana. He did not do it that way. He was just like, it's the 25th anniversary. And he's like, after that, say, so we have UFC 220 from Boston, and then It's Nagano versus Stipe. That's an awesome heavyweight match. And he was reading from a piece of paper the whole time. And then he said, and then we have the challenger DC versus the champion at lightweight. Wait. No, DC's at Oh no! Wait! We have a video promo for Stipe and Nagano first, and then they played the video. I'm just like, anybody else that wasn't Dana would be fired. Right now. Get the fuck out of here. You don't. Why are you even reading from a piece of paper? It's 2 fights in your hometown that you can't even fucking get hyped about. It might be the best heavyweight championship fight of all time. It might be in Boston right now at 220. It's up there, Steiner. You're thinking.
Oh no, no. It'd be in the top 3, absolutely. But is it? What? The only one I can. I'm just actually trying to.
The only one I can think of that compares is JDS versus Kane on Fox. That was a huge deal.
That's what I'm thinking. Now that was more so a huge deal than a huge.
Well, it was a pay-per-view, so you know.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different, but that was a huge fight.
And then I guess you'd have to go to like Lesnar.
It would have to be Lesnar and somebody for sure. But who? I don't know. Frank Mir too.
Yeah, Mir too. UFC 100. Yeah, I think that would be the biggest that has happened. And this like Lesnar in MMA is a joke essentially.
No,
he's a great wrestler. He's a great dude. Sure, the guy does not like getting punched in the face.
That's true. But I think like you look at that fight versus he was talking about being in Ryzen. No, he almost lost it the first round. White dude, he was on tough against Big Country. What's his name?
Tough. That'd be Kimbo Slice would be, and then
no.
Schaub?
No. Big Country was the coach.
Oh, the coach. Okay. Carwin.
Yep, Shane Carwin. Okay, so him, like that fight with Shane Carwin, I think that showed to me that Brock can take a fucking punch and actually still win. That I still don't like Lesnar as a wrestler, as an MMA fighter. I say
wrestling, though, I mean actually collegiate.
Oh no, I know exactly what you were saying. Like as a wrestler in MMA, but at the same time, I had way more respect for Lesnar as an MMA fighter than anything. Yeah, and after that, I couldn't talk shit about Lesnar after that Carwin fight because he really showed that he will take a punch and then come back and win a fight. Because he was done.
It was also that Carwin just completely.
Oh, he gashed trying to finish it 100%.
Blew all over Lesnar's face.
100%. But that's because he thought he could win, but he didn't. Yeah. He didn't.
Yeah.
That was an amazing fight. I love that fight. Anyways, there's a video from Gurren Jama. We've played this promotion before. I'll play it next week. It's the one that doesn't have a ring. It has like a circle that you can't step out of.
Okay.
And if you do step out of it 3 times in one round, you're out. Yeah, it's cool. I like that idea. I don't
now step out like so. If you're pushed out,
yes, that's
it's just period.
If you yes, so don't get pushed out. Stay in the middle.
Wow.
Yes,
that's a very.
It doesn't happen that often. And that's the thing. Like, people would think that it happens super often. But like, if you're prepared for it and you know that the fucking edge is right there, just don't go towards it. You know?
No. But the thing is, like, if you just go into a clinch, you could push the guy into it.
Oh, you could. But so I think that the area is bigger than a UFC cage, and it kind of slants towards the edges.
So you'd have weight working against you on. Okay.
So it's not that terrible, but it's kind of like the blood sport mat, but not as excessive and bigger. So Jeff Nowitzki, the Golden Snitch, as he is known on the Joe Rogan podcast, he was on it, and he talked about a bunch of stuff. He talked about Nick Diaz's USADA whereabouts. And it's pretty funny because he was saying like, it was pretty much just Nick has like a dude that takes care of his whereabouts, and then that dude was like in and out of his life. So whenever Nick actually was like, I'm just gonna go here, there's no dude to say to USADA like, oh, he's going over there.
Okay.
So that's why pretty much he got suspended with those whereabouts. And he also said that he doesn't believe that John Jones actually cheated on his tests.
Right.
But all of this is alleged, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's not on record. So he is the head of USADA, but like this is just what he believes in his mind. It's not factual. So I don't know. I like Jeff. He seems like
now, okay, I would
dude.
probably I would have to hope that Jones intentionally did not take anything.
It has to, because the way that he tested positive is fucked up.
Just really
it's
weird.
fucked up. Yeah. There's no way that he didn't test positive for all this time, and then right at the fight he's like, oh, I'm gonna pop this shit, and oh shit, I popped positive on the fight.
No, that may not, like, he may have had a freak out and then took something.
No, well, that's the thing.
Knowing that he was going to get caught.
But the thing he tested positive for, there's no way to get around it. So if he took it knowingly, like, that's fucked up.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's what I mean. Is that like he took it because he was freaking out about whatever.
Yeah, he could be what's the word I'm searching for?
Self-destructive.
Well, self-destructive, but that's a very good word. But sabotaging, self-sabotaging.
So, yeah,
that's the word I was searching for. Yeah,
and that
he could be that dude. I don't know him personally, which is why I always say I love John Jones as a fighter. I can't stress that enough. As a fighter, he's so fucking great. He's like Tiger Woods. I don't care that he cheated on his wife and that he had a kid.
45 times.
It fucking sucks. It fucking sucks. Don't get me wrong. But that's not why I love Tiger Woods. Yeah. I love seeing him rip a ball. That's all I want to see is just whooping. Oh,
it's not even just ripping the ball. It's just that he would beat everybody so badly.
Well, he would beat everybody so badly because he could fucking rip the ball so hard. And same with Jones. Jones just he ripped through everybody. He ripped through TRT Vitor.
Yeah.
He got in an arm bar and got out of it with a TRT Vitor on your arm.
Yep.
Like, how can that's what I don't get when people hate John Jones. Like, you love UFC, right? Then how can you hate that? I get why you respected DC. Respect DC all you want. As a fighter, DC is pretty boring. I don't like DC as a fighter that much. But as a dude, DC is awesome. I have no problem with DC. It's just when he starts getting on the mic and talking shit.
Again, I have no direct issue with DC, but I don't like him as a fighter or as a person. Like,
no, as a person, I have no problem with it. It's just when he starts talking
I have no
as
problem
a fighter
with it.
and saying shit like, oh, John Jones is this and that. He's saying that as a fighter. He's not saying that as a person.
Yeah.
That's not what he's actually believing. He's just saying that to hype a fight. And all that stuff, I don't like it. I don't like him as a fighter. Which makes me probably more likely to buy his fight. Yeah, like
he could be self-destructive, which then would indicate that he was freaking out or doing whatever and then took something knowing he was going to get popped.
He could have. It's possible. So I'm not ruling anything out with John Jones is the thing.
It would be that. But then he also went on to fight anyways. If in that case, it would be more like the dick pill that then he didn't get the fight.
I think that it's probably that he snorted some fucking white powder. Why the fuck am I blanking on that?
Cocaine.
Cocaine. He probably fucking snorted cocaine, and there was probably something cut in there. That's what I'm guessing. That's my guess.
It's just weird. Like the whole dick pill thing happening like a week before the last fight, and then the day of the fight, he does this sample and then has the fight and then gets called out on it after the fact. Like I don't the whole thing is just fucking weird.
He's an irresponsible dick. That's what we know for sure. Is that he's an irresponsible dick.
But is it irresponsibility or is it self-destructive?
Oh no, it's irresponsibility 100%. Dude, when you fucking when you're a dick,
but irresponsibility is indicating that.
Listen, when you're a dick, you get into the crash, and you that's it. Like you
run over a pregnant woman.
Cause a crash because you're a fucking dick that was high on whatever, because you were drunk on whatever. Okay, the irresponsible part is when you fucking leave. And then the irresponsible part is when you fucking come back and go like, oh, maybe I left my weed here, and then you didn't find anything and you left again. Okay? That's the irresponsible part. I can't defend John Jones on his fucking life choices. He is irresponsible as fuck. Hey, I might be a little bit irresponsible as well, but it's not to the level that John Jones. When I've been in a crash before, and it wasn't that big, but it was a super minor. I stayed there. That's my responsibility. I hit a fucking light pole. I have to stay there. I knocked it over. Like, I have to stay there and wait for that shit to be settled. I can't just leave. So, that's the difference. He is 100% irresponsible. Is he a dick? Yeah, maybe. But he's also 100%.
Yes, but I guess the shit that I'm talking with the dick pill and with this, like,
that's being
it would get to the point that it would be past irresponsible. Intentionally.
No, I don't think
sabotaging
himself. I do not think that's intentional, especially the dick pills and if it was sincerely cocaine, I don't think that's exactly self-sabotaging. That's just being irresponsible.
No, sorry, which time was cocaine?
No, I'm saying if this one is cocaine.
But it's not. It was already indicated that it.
No, it was a steroid that was very obvious. I would test positive for a Tyranobol, but
right.
It could have been cut with cocaine.
Okay, that just doesn't make any sense to me.
Depending how much the steroid costs, it could have been cheaper than the fucking
cocaine.
I there's so many scenarios that it could have been. Like, I'm not excusing him. He's irresponsible. Period. End of discussion. If it was cocaine, that is being irresponsible about what you're putting in your body, especially when you're getting tested that much.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's John Jones. It's we all know what he is at this point.
Well, it is to the point that it is interfering with the actual fight portion.
Well, it's
so much that
the whole division. If you ask me, like, look at the division now. Like, there's a few possible fights with John Jones there that was cool, but now with DC again, there's like Ozdemir and then nothing.
Yeah.
So that's about it. Yeah, whatever. John Jones is a known quantity at this time. We'll see what happens with this. It's been pushed back a few times now. I thought it was already supposed to be decided on what his punishment was, but I guess it got pushed back again. Cyborg posted a fake poster on her Instagram. So her Instagram and Twitter and all that, it's other people that take care of it. So somebody made a fake poster of her and Megan Anderson at some UFC that was good. I don't remember, but Megan Anderson replied, "Fake news," and then Dana White replied that the fight to make is Nunes versus Cyborg, which I don't. No, Nunes still has plenty of people to fight at 135. I think her going up to 145 and getting killed by Cyborg, she's 125, right? Wait.
No, she's 35.
No, she was 135. So I just think that this is a huge mess if she loses. What the fuck do you do with that division after that? It's like...
No, the whole 145 division shit. Because they developed it for Cyborg, and then who the fuck else is there?
I don't think that Nunes is a good choice.
I don't think there is a good choice for Cyborg.
You should definitely do Megan Anderson first, or Megan, whatever the fuck her name is. That's the one you should do right now, and then maybe Nunes. But Nunes should fight.
Well, she should fight her division and clear out her division.
But there's a few people that she could fight right now. Like, I just don't know who exactly, because nobody's really clearly the number one contender. Kat Zingano's coming back. She's fighting in March, February. I forget. I'm pretty sure she has a fight, or maybe she's talking about it. But maybe she wins that one. Maybe Nunes versus Kat would be all right. That's the thing. I just don't know who you put against Nunes right now.
Nunes?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a couple of fights that you could do.
And well, the biggest news story though that happened between our break is probably that Jimmy Smith did not get his contract renewed by Bellator. So Bellator is going to be looking for a new color commentator. And Jimmy Smith was on Joe Rogan's podcast, and Joe Rogan said that he wants the UFC to hire him. So I actually wouldn't be surprised if they did, because Joe Rogan, he's like really the only dude that they have that is only a color commentator, right?
Yeah.
UFC 219, they had Dominic Cruz on there. Dominic Cruz was boring on that event. He talked a lot, and he was boring. One thing I can say about DC is that he's not boring when he does his events. I'm not a huge DC fan, but he's definitely not boring. So I don't know. I could see Jimmy Smith being hired at UFC. And that's it. That's all the news items I have. Unless you have something.
No. Like, I would think Pennington would make sense, but she hasn't had a fight in a while for Nunes.
That's the thing about that division is a lot of the people that you think that would be up for a fight, they haven't fought in a long time.
I'm not really sure why she hasn't fought entirely, but
who was it again? You said
Pennington. Raquel Pennington.
Oh, she got pregnant, bro.
No, that was Juliana Pena.
Oh no, Pennington didn't she have a kid?
Pennington's lesbian with Torres.
Okay, so
not saying that they didn't decide to have a kid.
They got married. That's what held her up. That's what held her up. She wanted to.
Well, Torres has been fighting.
Torres fought a little bit less, but
Hottie.
Yes, okay, yes, but she fought a little bit less. But again, Torres was the man. She did not plan any of that wedding.
Okay.
It was all Pennington.
Sure.
Pennington is the lady in that relationship, so she planned that wedding.
They're both ladies.
Yes,
sure.
Yes, but in a lesbian relationship, one tends to be more masculine, let's say. Okay, I got to really go pee, so I'm going to end this right now.